Come on, Bill, we gotta bite the bullet and give this contractor a date.
It was supposed to be done by Memorial Day.
Oh, I'm not gonna argue with you on that one.
We're gonna have a busy summer, partner. Once we get this under our belts, I've got that whole waterfront development to get into.
Gentlemen.
Oh, hi, Julie. Would you like some coffee?
No, thanks. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, we're just trying to decide when to do the final renovations on the club.
Oh.
Looks like the Mets are having a terrible year again.
Speaking of baseball, saw your car parked up there, so I thought I'd stop by and ask you what time Sly's game was this evening.
Afternoon, 4:30.
Thanks.
Too bad it's such a bad time for you.
Did I complain?
Well, you'll have to leave work early. But don't worry, Sly will understand. He knows you're busy.
Sly asked me to be there, and I don't intend to disappoint him.
And if you do, he'll get over it.
Why don't you just come right out and say it? You don't want me to come to that game.
Perfect day for picnic. I'd go crazy if I disturbed those four walls for another day.
Well, you're going to love the lake. The spot we're going to is really cramped this time of the week.
She won't give up. I mean, when is she going to get it through her head that I'm not going anywhere?
What? What's the matter?
What's he doing here?
Oh, great. It's Mom's lawyer. Let's get out of here.
Why don't you wait outside in the car?
Why? What about Ruby?
Well, I don't care. On Thursday, I want to get something to drink. Okay?
Okay.
Waiter?
Yep.
Oh, hey, I'm surprised you're still working here.
You want to see a menu?
No, I got it memorized. I'll just have 2 iced teas to go, please.
All right.
With lemon.
All right.
Mr. Stockton, hello.
Miss Langton,
What are you doing here?
I'm having a rather late breakfast.
Well, what a coincidence. You know, I live upstairs.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, all my friends from General Hospital come to Kelly's. It's so close.
So it is.
Makes me wonder if the real reason you're here is to ask questions about me.
And why would I want to do that? You already answered all my questions. Unless, of course, you're hiding something.
She did what? With who? Oh, my gosh, I am so scared of that. Well, then what? I cannot believe it. Wait till I spread the word. Oh, God. Oh, I gotta go. I'll call you later. Bye.
Hi, I'm sorry to throw things at you like that, Miss, Madam...
Moon. Tamara Moon.
What a beautiful name that is. Are you an actress?
Close. I'm a political science major. I'm planning to do an internship with somebody on the Hill. You don't have any connections, do you?
Well, you know, I could talk to George and Barbara and see if there's anything available.
Wow. That would be great. Oh, what can I help you with, Mr.
Baldwin. Scott Baldwin.
Hi, Mr. Baldwin.
How do you do?
Scott.
Scott, yes. Well, you know, I'm here in Washington on some business, and I'm trying to find some information out on a former student.
Oh.
Sophomore last year.
What's the student's name?
Langton. Monica Langton.
That is ridiculous. I've told you 100 times I don't care if you go to this Little League game or not.
Fine. I'll go.
Fine, if you really want to go, go.
You are so obvious.
Truly. Miss Barrett, I don't care if you sit in the bleachers all summer long.
Excuse me, wait a minute. I'm going to let you gladiators stay here and work this out while I go do something very important in the kitchen, like put the knives away.
Hey, Mac, come on. You don't have to run for cover.
No, absolutely not. I have a truce.
Oh, a truce, like the one Saddam Hussein had with Kuwait. I think I'm going to go jump in a bunker in the kitchen.
Peace.
Peace, truce? I thought the war was over. I'm just trying to set the record straight, that's all.
Oh, please. Nothing could bore me more. See you at the game.
Well, that'll be great. Sly will love having you there as a cheerleader. But I really do I feel badly that you're going to be so inconvenienced, especially at a time when the perfume company is clamoring for your attention, you know?
Oh, how you talk. But don't worry, I won't be inconvenienced.
I know you better than that. It's very inconveniencing because you are a totally committed executive. You're at the office at the crack of dawn. You stay there long after anyone else does. You've got your pert little nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, I know some pert little thing I'd like to put to the grindstone about now.
Ah, bag it, Barrett.
Look, if you're bothered that people might see us together and get the wrong idea, God forbid, I could just carry a big banner that says, I'm not with William Eckert, I have taste.
A banner is so unwieldy. Perhaps a simple sandwich sign. That way you can hawk your eau de cologne water on the back.
So what's this all about? You don't want me to go to the game because you're afraid I'll get too close to Sly? Or to you, you don't still... Oh, wait a minute, you don't think I still... Baggett, Eckert.
Oh, now wait. Let's just start the drill here. This is how it will work. It'll work out perfectly. There'll be no problem. You'll sit on the third baseline. I'll sit on the first baseline.
I see a problem. You'll be facing me. You might actually have to look at me, and I might have to look at you.
That's all right. You won't see a thing.
Why not?
Because you're facing into the sun. Bring some block.
Oh, don't worry. I'll just sit in the shadow of your big head.
Can we start this over? Like responsible adults?
Agreed.
By all means, come to the Little League baseball game. Just don't be too friendly. I don't want my kid to get the wrong idea again.
Oh, you are so... You had me explain the situation to your kid, and I think he understands it.
He's a child, Julia. He says he understands it.
Oh, so you're implying that I didn't explain it very well.
I didn't say that, did you?
Yes, I did. But you think just because I'm not a parent, I can't speak to a child.
I didn't say that.
No, you're not saying anything. You don't want me to go to this game, but you won't admit it. Come on, just say it. Just say you don't want me to the game. Say it.
I don't give a damn if you go to this game or not.
Good, because I am.
Fine.
Fine!
Morning.
Mac, what was the...
Don't even ask. You want some coffee?
No, thanks. I'm going over to the hospital to take a look in on Felicia.
What's the word?
Still unconscious. Nobody knows why. I was wondering, have you heard from Holly again?
No. No, just when she called yesterday from London. You know, you were there.
Nothing since then.
No. But she will let me know where she is on her next location with her Uncle Clive.
Uh-huh.
Sorry about the delay, but we should have you safely on the ground in a little over an hour.
Oh, I won't have a lot of time before tonight's meeting.
Can we go over my speech again? I'm getting really nervous.
Okay, Holly.
You really think this is the best way to start?
Oh, definitely. That's it.
Well, that's a terrible thing to say, Mr. Stockton.
I'm sorry. It was a natural response to the question.
I really don't have anything to hide. I mean, I was completely honest and open with you when you took my deposition.
Yes, you appeared to be very forthright. I guess I know everything about you I need to know.
Here's your iced tea with lemon. And there's your check.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No. Even though it makes me feel really awful, I don't blame you for not trusting me. I mean, if you could find out that I was hiding something really bad, it would be great for your client. You're just doing your job.
That's true.
You know, sometimes I wish that I never started that stupid lawsuit. I hate it. I mean, I just wanted to do the right thing. You know, it wasn't even my idea.
No?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I never would have even thought of it if I hadn't met Jessica Holmes.
You know, if you're so unhappy about this, you can withdraw the lawsuit.
It's too late.
Why?
Look, I feel really terrible for making things bad for Monica and everybody else, but, I mean, there is my father to think of. He never should have died. And I know that it's never going to bring him back, but I just feel like I need to have justice served in some way. You know, I miss him so much. Bye, Mr. Stockton.
Excuse me. You need anything else, sir?
Just the truth.
I have Monica Langton's student directory card right here.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh. Oh, I'm afraid it's not much help. Well, her home was here in Washington, but the last correspondence that we had was returned marked moved. No forwarding address.
Well, that's okay, because that's not really what I'm interested in. I want to find some of her former classmates, teachers,
You
stuff
never
like...
told me why you needed this information.
Oh, I didn't, did I? Well, you see what it is, she's trying to get some money from a friend of mine, so...
And you're trying to find her so you can give it to her?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
That's a switch.
Yeah.
Well... Oh, the card shows she has parents who were responsible for her tuition.
Yeah, except, her parents have both, passed away.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, you know, there's really no way to determine who her friends or classmates were. Darn it all.
What about her teachers?
No way to track it.
Oh, wait a minute, you're overlooking something. How about her transcripts? I mean, if I was to take a look at that, I could see, some of the grades and classes.
Impossible.
The teachers, the friends, and all that stuff. What do you mean it's impossible?
I mean, it's against college policy.
All right. What about a yearbook? How about the 91 yearbook? Do you have that around? You don't think that would be compromising your political integrity now, do you?
Well, it's right over here on my desk.
Oh, good.
But don't look at my picture.
I'm sure you haven't changed one iota.
It's on page 316. Oh, you're going to have one heck of a problem, though. Students don't even get their pictures put in the yearbook until their junior year.
Wait a minute. Sororities. What about sororities? I bet you 5 to 10 she was in a sorority. There we go. Would you look at all those beautiful girls?
Oh, I hate sorority types.
Yeah, me too. Hey, wait a minute. There she is, right there. How do you like that? I just turned right to the right page here. Alpha.
Congratulations. Hey, you're a pretty smart guy. Persistent, too.
Yeah, could I just maybe ask one more little favor? Do you think that maybe you could dig up some of the names and addresses of some of these other girls that are in this picture here? Some of the other... See, they're listed actually right here. So if we could just, if they live locally around here, could you maybe do that? Would that be asking too... Do you think, maybe? How about it?
Why not? But when I run for office someday, you better remember to vote for me.
Absolutely.
These great big hooks that lowered into the hole and hoist up the,
Cargo.
Yeah, the cargo. Then we visited the engine room. We talked with the oiler.
Oiler, now that's like in the football games.
Come on, Woody. He's like a mechanic. And after that, we visited the bridge. That's where Captain Callahan runs the ship.
Okay, Skipper. Stop and take a breath there.
You won't believe the anchor, Woody. It is humongous. It's on this giant chain. It was really neat.
It sounds like your dad took you on a terrific educational field trip.
All the kids said it was the best one ever.
Oh, Captain Callahan, you and your freighter stand up and take a bow.
Did you always want to be a sailor?
Are you kidding? When I was your age, I used to cut school to go down to the docks early in the morning to look at the ships that came into port.
If I ever cut school, my dad would kill me.
Don't you forget it.
Take it from me, it's a great life out there following the stars. And don't you let any sailor turned landlubber tell you any different.
I want to be a sailor someday.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll put that decision off till after grammar school.
Won't it be a long time?
Well, yeah, it'll be a
long school.
If I have my way, you will be. You've got a lot of education ahead of you. You got junior high school, you got high school, you got college. You got clown school. I didn't buy that place in Sarasota for nothing. I want you to get
Cheer
an
up,
MBA
mate.
in laughing.
Cheer up, mate. I'll let you see my dancing girl on the chain, and you take your mind right off of it, huh?
The kid is 9 years old. You will not show him your dancing girl on a chain.
I know. For education.
Yeah. Give him a couple of years.
Outback, Max Scorpio.
Mr. Scorpio, this is Simon Romero.
Thought you were in Hong Kong.
I am. May I speak to Holly, please?
She's not here.
Oh, are you expecting her?
Must be awful late in Hong Kong.
It's tomorrow, your time, 1 a.m.
Well, you must have one hell of a jet lag. And you also must have something very important to talk to Holly about if you're calling so late.
Would you please tell me where I might reach Holly? I tried your home, but there was no answer.
Why don't you leave a message with me? Then I'll give it to her when I hear from her.
Mr. Scorpio, I have the impression you are stonewalling me.
Why would I do that, Mr. Romero? Look, Holly is out of the country. She's dealing with a family problem.
So she's back in London.
That's right, she's in London. She's with her Uncle Clive, who's very ill, and they're looking for a specialist.
Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't suppose that you have a number that you could give me.
No, I don't.
Why does that not surprise me?
Look, when I hear from her, I will tell her that you called.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Scorpio. Goodbye. Miss Sutton is in London. She has a family problem.
Yes, sir.
Interesting. It's the same excuse she used when she left me in San Sebastian.
There's plenty where that came from, and you've had that one since we got here. It's got to be warm by now.
No, it's fine. You have it.
Well, if you insist. Warm day, cold beer, pretty woman.
Walking down the street.
Pretty woman. You're funny.
I'm so sorry for everything. I know I keep saying it, but it must be really difficult for you.
No, it's not as hard as you think. It's all a matter of organization. I just have to compartmentalize you and my family.
Is your mom doing okay? I mean, I guess, separating things is a problem we both share. I know that your mother would laugh in my face, but I really do like her despite everything that's happened.
Yeah, she's okay. She was depressed at first, but she's got a positive personality. She doesn't stay down long.
I wish I was like that. I feel so insecure sometimes.
Hey.
Now, I know that your father is going to get Monica the best defense, and the best defense means making me look bad.
I don't know how anyone can ever make you look bad. But isn't this case supposed to be about the facts?
I'm sorry. I guess, never mind.
What? No, tell me.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it, but, I had a really awful experience at Kelly's.
You talking about Stockton?
You know why he was there, don't you? He was checking up on me. I should have never gone near him.
What did he do?
It's what he said. He said all these nasty, ugly comments about what would happen to me if I went through with the lawsuit.
Oh, you know, I know my parents didn't give him permission to intimidate you. I'm gonna go talk to them right now and straighten it out.
AJ, you can't let on that you're seeing me, okay? I don't want to get you in the middle of this. It's only going to make things worse.
You're right. But you can't let this get you down.
I think I'd die if it weren't for you. And your family's so rich and powerful, and I'm all alone. You hold me together, AJ. You know you're the only one that really cares about what happens to me.
It's gonna be okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you. I won't let them.
Nikki Langton, I can tell you more than anyone wants to know. All of it, bad.
Oh, really? Well, that's good. It's good that I hear this stuff about my cousin, you know, to keep her from trying to get our grandmother's inheritance. Boy, this is a nice house.
Yeah, Tri-Alpha is a good sorority. I'm glad I pledged. Although I'd rather be on the Cape with my family this summer. You see, I partied a little too much last year. So I'm stuck in summer school.
Well, you look like a party girl. Yeah, it must be. You probably have a whole bunch of party girls around here. It'd be fun to spend some time around here. What are these guys doing here?
Oh, we rent rooms in the summer.
To guys?
Sure, why not?
Whoa, things have changed a lot since I was in college.
Gosh, yeah, I guess a lot of things have probably changed since way back then.
Yeah, Wait a minute, I'm not that old. Come on, let's sit down here for a second, okay? I'm sure you got more important things to do, like, you know, plan your next sock hop. So, why don't you tell me about Nikki here? I don't want to take too much of your time, so go on.
Well, for openers,
Uh-huh.
I despised her. I mean, we were pledges together our freshman year. She was Miss Perfect. And then our second year, after initiation, well, that's when the real Nikki took over. And the real Nikki, she was a sadistic little one.
Oh, really? Well, what happened?
Well, all sorts of things. But the worst?
Yeah.
Hey, this girl named Mary Lou rushed the house.
Uh-huh.
And we all liked her. Except Nikki and she had been roommates their freshman year.
Uh-huh.
And Nikki hated her. I mean, she told the nastiest stories about her. And we all tried to stop her. Mary Lou knew we were on her side. It's a good thing that she was such a good sport. She managed to live through it. I just wish we could have told Nikki to get the heck out of here before it all happened.
It happened? What happened exactly?
Well, the night before initiation, we had this big thing where the pledges do skits and takeoffs on the sisters.
Right.
And, Mary Lou did this drop-dead takeoff on Nikki. It wasn't mean. It was just really funny.
I see, but, Nikki didn't think it was funny.
No. God, she had the worst look on her face. I mean, she looked like she just wanted to strangle Mary Lou with her bare hands.
Did she?
No. I mean, everything was cool until later, when we all decided to play truth. Everybody was asking these really silly, innocuous questions, and no one was trying to get anybody.
Except maybe Nikki, huh?
She began asking Mary Lou normal questions. You know, like, if you could date a rock star, who would it be, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then things started to get real personal and ugly.
Like?
Well, she asked Mary Lou about her family. Was it happy? And Mary Lou said yes. But Nikki said that she was lying. mean, she said that she had read letters that Mary Lou's mother had written and that her father was having an affair.
She said that, huh?
And she didn't stop there. I mean, she went on to say that her mother had tried suicide and that Mary Lou's brother had been arrested for a couple DUIs. Nikki totally humiliated Mary Lou.
What happened to the girl then? What did she do?
We never saw her again. I mean, she sent for her things and she quit the house and school. And then about a month later, we got word that she had drowned in a boating accident. I can't help but think that maybe she tried to commit suicide.
How did Nikki react to all of this?
Like Mary Lou never existed? I mean, you would have thought a bug had been stepped on for all the emotion that she showed. We voted to throw her out of the house. But then her mother died and, well, Nikki just left. Last I heard, she was seeing a shrink.
A shrink? Really, a shrink? Why, we didn't know about that.
Nikki doesn't need a shrink, Scott. She needs a keeper.
Doctor still mystified about Felicia?
Yeah, you know, Mac, it is the damnedest thing. There she is lying there, still as beautiful as ever, looking as healthy as ever. All of her vital signs are good. I mean, her heart, her lungs, are no brain damage.
But the only problem is that she's still sleeping and can't wake up.
Mm-hmm. Tell me something. Is Robin still handling this Felicia situation okay?
Yeah, she's doing her best. I mean, she really thinks that Felicia's got to pull through.
Mm.
But, I'm wondering myself, any new leads on Rick Ortega?
You're kidding? My detectives have come up with zero. It would certainly help if we had a decent description of this guy. My personal opinion is that since he survived the attempt on his life, he took off.
Can't we track him in other cities? I mean, tap out some other sources?
Already working on it.
All right, good. Oh, by the way, Simon Romero called for Holly this morning from Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was pretty annoyed that she was in London.
Unless he was pretending to be annoyed.
What's that supposed to mean?
Harley could be with him. They make the phone call together, just to throw us off.
Well, why would they go to all that trouble to throw us off? I mean, you were there when Holly called from London. I called her right back. She's definitely in London.
Maybe. Maybe not.
You know, you police officers all suffer from a unique disability. You get too suspicious.
The only way we can survive.
But I must say, Romero did give it away when he let on that he knows Holly's family's in London. Maybe he's not as smart as we think.
Maybe not. Doesn't it seem strange to you that the three major players in this San Sebastian situation here in Port Charles, Holly, Romero, and Rick, all leave town at the same time?
Clive Devlin.
Mr. Devlin, this is Simon Romero. I'm an acquaintance of your niece's from San Sebastian.
Yes, of course. Are you in London, Mr. Romero?
Hong Kong at the moment. I was hoping Holly would answer.
I apologize for disturbing you. I understand you are suffering from a serious illness?
Yes, unfortunately.
Well, your voice seems robust. However, I trust this is a positive sign for you.
Well, you've heard of the famed British stiff upper lip. I'm afraid it's working overtime.
Well, still, I don't want to tire you. Is Holly there?
Holly is out at the moment.
Well, when she returns, would you please have her call me immediately at the Regent Hotel in Hong Kong?
The Regent, you say? I will have her call you the moment she comes in. Good evening, Mr. Romero.
Clear. Go ahead.
don't think we were followed from the airport.
Oh, I don't know. There was a guy at the cab stand who looked at me a bit too long.
We were probably being admired.
To being up for over 24 hours. I don't think so. You look like hell.
Yeah, well, even tired, you look beautiful. Paloma was the same way.
Well, we have our mother to thank for that.
Well, anyway, you'll be able to rest now. It'll take me a while to get in touch with our people and set things up for this meeting.
I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep. I'm much too nervous about tonight.
Yeah, I am too. But you're going to have a chance to go over your speech before the meeting, Holly. I promise you're going to be just fine.
I better be more than fine. Everything depends on it.
My receptionist said you inquired about Nikki Langton.
Yes. I work for a company, and we're thinking of giving her a job, and it's a very delicate position, and so her emotional stability, it's very important to us. So I would appreciate your input.
You know, of course, that I'm bound by the rules of doctor-patient confidentiality.
Oh, yes, of course you are, but, I mean, you did see her, so I would just like to know when, how long.
We met on a regular basis for approximately 2 months.
And then what?
She ended the sessions. She said she was going to Europe.
Uh-huh. Now, would you say that she was experiencing some sort of emotional turmoil while she was seeing you?
All people are emotional, Mr.
Baldwin.
Baldwin, sorry.
It's okay. Oh, they are, yes.
Yes.
Most people are emotional. Well, let me ask you this. Was she more emotional before or after her mother's death?
Shortly afterward.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess that's not too surprising. I mean, it's not easy for a younger person to deal with the death of a parent.
Many young people have problems not only with a parent's death, but with the parental relationship as well.
Well, let me ask you this. Did Nikki and her mother get along very well?
I warned you, I can't be specific, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, right. Well, let me rephrase this. Would...
You sound like a lawyer.
I do?
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay, this will only take a few minutes, if you don't mind waiting.
No, I'm fine.
So I don't know if I can be much more help, but you can wait if you like.
Okay, thank you.
So that paper that you wrote for school, was that kind of a final essay or for the year?
Yeah, it's a good thing I got an A.
Yeah, well, you deserved it. You know, I was really interested in what you had to say about the problems people had and about the way your dad was planning on helping them.
Well, my dad's a good guy.
And so full of surprises.
Yeah.
Listen, did he happen to mention to you what he had in mind?
Oh, yeah, of course. I know all about his project. But I'm not supposed to say anything.
Here you go, partner. Listen, Bill, can I watch things for a while? I gotta go get something in the back.
You betcha. Hey, Sly, why don't you go back and help Mac out?
Okay.
Go ahead. Right? Go ahead, take
Right.
a drink.
Right this way.
Yeah. Bye.
You are really low. You are so low. You would stoop to anything. Here you are pumping a 9-year-old for business information.
Believe it or not, I happen to be genuinely interested in Sly's paper.
I'm sure you are.
Okay, well, so maybe I'm just a teeny bit interested. I mean, whatever this deal is, it must be pretty big for you to try to keep it so quiet.
Nice joint you got here, chum.
Yeah, Come in. Miss Barrett, Julia Barrett. This is Mr. Christopher Callahan.
Oh, you wouldn't have to have anything to do with maybe this water
Sure doesn't. She's always trying to work.
Doing in my club.
Whoa!
Looks like fellow Tommies with a dinner crowd. Why don't you take a break, honey? I'll finish up here.
Oh, well, if you will. Talk me into it.
Beautiful day, huh, Ruby?
A little hot for me.
Oh, you know, then I have some advice for you. Why don't you open up a little sidewalk cafe out here, get the air in, and you could do a ton of business in the summer, a ton.
I have some advice for you. Why don't you pick your friends more carefully than you pick your beers?
Well, you know, I happen to have excellent taste, Ruby, in friends and beers. It's a Quartermain trait.
Come on, AJ.
AJ, how could you do this? With what Nikki is doing to your mother and her whole family with this lawsuit, and you're going to run around with her?
I love how everyone conveniently forgets who the real victim is here.
You are a fool to be seen about with her.
You know, you're sounding a lot like my father. Have you been talking to him?
I don't need to talk to anybody to know how disloyal your behavior is.
You know, that's what gets me. Everybody's telling me that my seeing Nikki has something to do with my being a traitor to my mother. That's two different things.
You are wrong.
Well, it's been real nice talking to you, Ruby. We'll have to do it again soon when you're in a better mood.
You smell like a brewery. Perhaps if you'd had less beer, you might see things more straight.
I pick my friends the way I want. And I live my life the way I want. And if you have a problem with that, that's just too damn bad, Ruby.
Miss Anderson, you have a problem here?
Who's this, your new guard dog, Ruby?
It's okay, cool it.
Let's go, Nick.
What a jerk, huh?
We all are sometimes.
Yeah, Alan, listen, I think I may be onto something here about Nikki's shrink. Yeah, oh yeah, she was seeing one, all right. It's Dr. Martha James on N Street here in D.C. You got that? Yeah. Yeah, you can have Stockton subpoena her and put her on the stand, because there's stuff in her file that I know will work for you. Yeah, well, just tell Stockton to find a way to get it introduced as evidence. Okay, all right, listen, I'll see you when I get back. You're welcome. Bye.
I can't believe you know that son of a...
Look, Mac, I don't care if you beat Callahan to a bloody pulp, but I don't like the idea of you doing that in front of my kid.
If you have a problem with that, Bill, why don't you take your kid out for an ice cream cone after his ball game instead of bringing him to a club with people? Look, your friend Callahan. A few years ago, Bill, a crew of pirates were boarding an Australian freighter that was anchored outside Singapore. They murdered the captain. They stole everything they could get their hands on, and they sank the ship. At the time, I worked for a security firm, and I was sent to investigate.
So
I'm the one responsible for putting those murderers behind bars.
Well, I know Callahan did some hard time for manslaughter.
Well, he didn't do enough hard time. The captain they murdered, Bill, was one of my best buddies.
That's too bad.
Look, what is your connection with this guy anyway?
He was my shipmate. He saved my life once.
That doesn't mean he's changed.
I didn't say it did.
I don't know what you got going with him, Bill. But if I were you, I'd watch your back.
Senor Ortega, is it true? We have heard that Paloma is dead. Is she really going to be here?
You'll see for yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention, please. Please settle. Oh, thank you. First off, I appreciate your being here on such short notice. I'll get right to the point. As you know, there have been dreadful rumors saying that Paloma had died, and that our freedom movement had died with her. Well, for those of you who believe that, you are in for a very big surprise, because now, tonight, you are about to see that along with our movement for freedom, Paloma lives.
My good friends, thank you for your warm welcome. I'm here to tell you that our fight is far from over. Stronger than ever, we will join together and bring this oppressive government to its knees. Take back our country and give it to the people of San Sebastian.
On the next home, save big bucks on your wardrobe. We'll show you the secret to buying retro fashions. Plus, be your own boss and own a franchise. This is Gary Collins. Join me and our guest host, Kate Jackson, at home.